Hello, welcome to Q&A with Mami Seka. I just wanted to drop in here and ask you a couple of questions. Okay? Today I'm the one asking questions. I'm not answering any. So, my question to you is this. We are crossing into a new year 2025. How are you going to cross this new year? Are you going to carry the baggage of 2024 into 2025? Are you going to find yourself into these situationship, carrying them into 2025? You are traditionally married. There's no civil marriage in view. There's no church marriage in view. You have been traditionally married for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8, 10 years. There's no civil wedding. There's no church wedding. Are you going to carry yourself into another year with that situationship? You have a long-term engagement. He put a ring in your finger. Will you marry me? You said yes. You've been saying yes for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You've been engaged for 5 years. You've been engaged for 7 years. You've been engaged for 8, 10 years, 2024. Are you going to enter 2025 with the status of being engaged and not married? What are you carrying into 2025? That's the question I have for you. You still have 24, 30 hours. You still have, 24, 30 hours to change the course of things. To say, Oga, sit down, let's talk. You can even bring the champagne. Say, where are we going with A, B, C, and D? If we are not doing this in 2025, I'm not doing this anymore. If we are not going to court to sign, I'm not doing this relationship anymore in 2025. Take responsibility for your life. Make a decision for your well-being. Are you going to stay in that long-term engagement to add another year? That's my question for you. Another situationship is this. You are in this relationship. You are having baby number 1, baby number 2, baby number 3, baby number 4. You've been in this relationship for 8, 10 years, having baby back to back to back to back. Yet, no marriage in view. If he closes his eyes, you are doomed. Are you going to carry these children in a illegal children status into another year, into 2025? Are you going to do that to your children? Isn't that better for you to sit down and make a decision? Toxic relationship. Toxic relationship. Are you going to drag this toxic spouse into 2025? Always insulting you, always belittling you, always, accusing you, putting thought in your mind that you are not thinking, being the prophet of doom in your future. Are you going to be carrying this striving, toxic spouse into 2025? Or are you going to look at yourself in the mirror and cut your losses? Sometimes better to fall back, to spring forward and learn further. So if you are scared, I'm here to encourage you to say, don't be scared. Don't have fear. The future is always better when you drop something that is you're not supposed to carry. When you get rid of something that is negative to you, the future is always better. So don't be afraid to cut him loose. Don't be afraid on the 31st to break up and get rid of a toxic person, be it a she or a he. What are you going to cross over with? You have 30 hours to make the decision. The next thing I want to ask you is the man who is beating you black and blue. So you're still alive. That's why you want to stay in that black and blue to go into 2025, right? You eat and leave that toxic beating husband. That's what I'm asking tonight. Tonight, I'm the one who has the questions. I have the questions. Who are you carrying to 2025? Is he worthy? Is he positive? Is he a blessing or is she a blessing? This girl that you engaged to marry in 2025, have you checked if she has a sugar daddy? Everybody that God did not ordain in your life. You have 30 hours or so, 24 to 30 hours to do that. Now, evaluate the person you are in with. Evaluate that person that you have been spending money to train. This girl that you have paid her school fees, you have paid her boarding in university, you have paid everything for her so that she can finish her law degree and you can marry. This young man that came to you and you were a young businesswoman and you decided you are going to train him to become a doctor. And tomorrow you will have security of marrying a doctor. Evaluate that young man. Do investigation. Check. Is there a young lady he met in medical school that is at the level of his intellect? That once you finish training him, you finish paying for his school fees, he's going to carry and marry because they are at the same level. And you that is selling wrapper, that is selling, this, you have your little shop selling rice and beans. You are no longer at his level. He's going to drop. Evaluate all of that as you are going to 2025. That person you are, investing your finances, your resources into. Is that person worthy continuing? Is that person making plan? Is the future plan of that person counting you in it? And sometimes it's easy to find when we do a little bit of investigation. It doesn't take much to find those things, hidden secrets. It's just that we choose to close our eyes and we act like we are surprised when the signs were before us all over the place. So 2025 is coming. You have 30 hours or so. Are you going to close your eyes, continue pouring into the person who has a future that does not count you in? Tonight, I am awakening the thing. Wake up. Sit down. Sit Oga down. Sit Madam down. And evaluate. I've been paying for your school fees to go to become a lawyer all these years. But I've seen that when I call you, you don't pick. You tell me you're going to this person's house. A couple of times when I called, the person said you were not there. And then they quickly change. These are signs. And if you are a praying person, the Lord will not let you being used like that. You have to pay attention to the divine. So pay attention to the divine this end of 24 and let your doubts be confirmed and cut loose. Let your suspicions be confirmed and cast loose. All of a sudden, this 31st that is coming, the person has to go to the family. The person has to go here, there. No, there's this going on. No, we cannot be together. No, yeah, my plan changed because this aunt is calling me. There's this in my family. I cannot be with you. Are you sure they are in the family? Are you sure they are not celebrating with the person that they're planning to have the rest of their life with while you are paying school fees? This time, I want you to wake up. I want you to wake up and evaluate who you are carrying into 2025. So I'm going to stop here. It's a quick awakening to bring you to do a real evaluation before going into the new year. I want to make sure that you take into consideration all of the details of your life. Your life is only one. You have one life to live. We all have one life to live. So we need to evaluate the way that this life is going to be manifested, because the only person that God has ordained to manifest our life, our destiny, is us. Another person shortened that destiny by shortening the life span with domestic abuse. When you arrive there, the Lord will talk to you because you did not listen to counsel and you let another human being shorten your life. You see? So as I'm speaking now, you find yourself in a toxic relationship. This is the end of the last 2 days of 2024. Make a decision and get out. Sometimes we want to stay for the children. We don't know that sometimes we hurt the children more by staying than by leaving to a safe place for ourselves and for the children. Toxicity is worse for the kid than it is for the spouse. So for the children's sake, that you are saying for the children's sake, is not to stay when you are beating black and blue all the time in front of the children. Carry your load. Don't enter 2025 with this monster. Don't enter 2025 with a narcissistic spouse. Don't enter 2025 with a girl that was raised without moral. So, happy New Year as you transition. I send you all the blessings. I pray that the Lord grant you wisdom and understanding. This year we will strive to get wisdom and understanding. That's why we started the book club, and we are also having the women conference, the substantive women conference coming up at the end of January. Why we are talking about a woman of substance? A woman of substance can wave every storm, can stand and find resources when she needs them. A woman of substance is self-sufficient. She is able to carry herself through and take others with her. A woman of substance is an asset to herself, an asset to her family, an asset to her society. A woman of substance is an endless avenue of creativity. She is the resource that gives and keeps on giving. Not to the detriment of herself, but because she is able, to reinvent herself so much that she's not limited. She is not limited. The sky is her beginning, it's not her limit. A woman of substance is able to reinvent herself, to repackage herself, to redirect her resources to the point of successfully stewarding them in a profitable way. So we are having the conference of a substantive woman. Come and join us. Come, let 2025 be your best year yet, because you have changed what you do to get a different result. Thank you. I stop here. Happy 2025.